On the day of the prince's burial, the princess consort wept sorrowfully before his coffin. The prince's soul watched from nearby, deeply moved by her devotion. As he worried about how she would manage without his protection, the woman lit small fireworks to celebrate his death, announcing that she was finally free. Her maid reported that she had already dug up all the dead concubines. The woman immediately ordered them to be buried alongside the prince. The prince grew furious upon hearing this. He insisted those women were all spies, and he had only ever loved her alone in his life. Yet his words never reached her. She cheerfully hopped about atop his coffin. Only then did the prince realize that her love had been false. He wanted to kill her, but the next moment, he woke up from his dream. A guard who had long since died asked if he had suffered a nightmare. The prince then realized he was in his former palace chamber. He had traveled back 20 years. At the same time, the woman was also reborn back in her hometown. It turned out that she had slipped on the coffin and fallen to her death. A system gave her a mission. She had to make the prince fall in love with her within a year and change his tragic fate. Her father was forcing her to marry the prince of a hostile kingdom. The woman tried to refuse, but a piercing sharp pain stopped her. She had no choice but to accept the imperial decree for the political marriage. Little did she know, the prince had already decided to kill her before the wedding. The next day, the woman went to the streets to find a highly skilled guard. She needed to get rid of the troublemakers in her household before leaving to keep her mother safe. Just then, she heard a man shouting that he was selling himself to bury his brother. Taking a closer look, she found him surprisingly handsome, much better looking than her scarred husband. The prince reminded her that she had stepped on his red string, so he already belonged to her. The woman asked for a reason to buy him. He pretended to choke up, saying his brother had died and he had no money for a grave. His pitiful appearance won her heart, and she agreed to pay 1,000 taels for him. The prince felt no joy at all. In his past life, his face had been scarred in battle, and she had refused to consummate the marriage with him because of his ugliness. He silently cursed her as a shallow woman obsessed with looks. At that moment, an onlooker recognized the woman and mocked her for marrying a famously hideous prince. The prince immediately flicked a pebble and struck the man. When the woman returned home, she happened to see her father beating her mother. She stepped in front of her mother to protect her. Enraged, her father threatened to punish both of them under family law. The scheming sister agreed with him and handed over a whip. Just as he was about to strike, the prince arrived in time and firmly grabbed the whip.